Welcome back. Well, talking about the World Cup 2026 and the Egyptian national team, well, actually the team is only one win away from the World Cup 2026. And definitely this is one of the most important things, and everyone in Egypt is following to find out more about the chance to be part of the World Cup 2026. Over the phone, we have Mr. Mohamed Adel. He is sports journalist. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. First of all, could you tell us more about this qualification and, of course, waiting just a win to reach the World Cup 2026?
Well, I believe this qualification is significant for the Egyptian football culture in Egypt, whether for the team or for the fans. We are talking about I believe that World Cup qualification is more than just a sporting achievement for the Egyptian team. I believe it's a reconnection with the global football again after missed the World Cup in Qatar 2022. I believe that the Egyptian football deserves to be a part of World Cup 2026 in USA, Canada, and Mexico. The way the Egyptian team is playing is being a part of all the teams in the group. With all respect to all the teams, the 5 teams on the group, but the Egyptian team is doing great in this qualifications. I believe the sustainability of the performance of the Egyptian team that led the team to be qualified to the World Cup.
So, talking about young players, could you tell us more about the stars of the future who are going to be under the spot?
Sure. Hussam Hassan, the tactical director and the head coach of the Egyptian team, has chosen many of the Olympic team players, the under 23 who participated in the Olympics in Paris last year, like Ibrahim Adel, who scored the first goal yesterday, like Hossein Abdelmajid, like Mahmoud Sabr, Ahmed Nabil Kouka, Ahmed Eid. Many young players joined the Egyptian team with Hussam Hassan, with the well-experienced players like Mohamed Salah, Mohamed Shinawi, Yasser Ibrahim, Marwan Atiyah, Mahmoud Trezeguet. Many experienced players are mixed with the young players, which led to have a great mix that be sustainable for not only World Cup 2026 but ever after this competition. So I believe the importance of the young players did great with the Egyptian team, and we see the effect of these players not only yesterday with Ibrahim Adel's goal, but we are talking about the qualifications, whether the World Cup qualifications and the African Cup of Nations qualifications. So we'll see more and more the effect of these players in the near future.
So, are there any tactical changes that led to this qualification?
Well, the tactical differences were not that great because Hussam Hassan, after Rui Vitoria's era, after the African Cup of Nations 2022, Rui Vitoria played 2 games in the World Cup qualifications. Then he continued till the end of the African Cup of Nations after being eliminated from the round of 16. I believe the tactical changes is not that much, but being more conservative from the defensive point of view by Hussam Hassan, being more conservative so as to guarantee the score, guarantee the results for Egypt. So he depends on the same nearly the same players that played with Rui Vitoria. We know that there are many injuries, like Mohamed Abdel and Imam Ashour's, that led them being a part of the team and being missed of the team nowadays. But we believe that they will return back once they got fit. So the tactical changes is being more conservative from Hosam Hassan's point of view. That's it.
Right. Talking about Egypt and the Egyptian team, and how do you see it taking into consideration, of course, other African teams participating?
Well, about the participation of the Egyptian team in the World Cup qualifications, there's a big gap in the performance between Egypt and all the other teams. But when we talk about being in the competition itself, whether the African Cup of Nations and the World Cup, there will be a big difference, because we'll meet many great performances, whether in the African Cup of Nations, which will be held next December in Morocco. I believe we'll face stronger and more well-experienced teams. So we should be ready for these tournaments. We should be ready for these competitions. We have an international period in November. We should make it right by play friendly games with more stronger and more well-experienced teams, so as to get ready for the two great tournaments, whether the African Cup of Nations in Morocco and the World Cup, of course, in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico.
How do you see the role of the fans?
Sorry?
How do you see the role of the fans? The audience, people supporting the team.
The fans are the player number one for any team. So we saw yesterday in Morocco, the Egyptians living in Morocco was supporting, by all means, supporting the team. When we see the games held in Cairo Stadium, or in the Burj Al Arab Stadium, we see the effect of fans, especially in the hard and tough games. The fans are the player. They are the player number one in any team.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
So the fans had a great impact for the team, other than the tactical performance, other than the qualifiers of the quality of the players, but the fans had a great impact, especially with our Egyptian team. The fans had a great impact.
So, talking about the team, and just as you mentioned, talking about, we have big names, we have many of those who are really having more potentialities for the future. How do you see the right balance between both of them?
I believe we are living nowadays in one of the more balanced teams for Egypt in the last, I believe, 5 or 6 years. The balance between the well-experienced players like Mohamed Salah, like Mahmoud Hassan Trezeguet, the players, the professional players in the top 5 leagues, Mustafa Mohamed. We are dealing with one of the best players in the world, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah became the top scorer of the African World Cup qualifications by 20 goals. Mohamed Salah is the 5th best player in the world by France football and the Ballon d'Or. So the balance between the well-experienced players and the young players whom are getting taught the football experience, the international football experience by those great players, I believe we are living with one of the most balanced eras for the football national, the Egyptian national team.
Right. Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports journalist, Thank you very much for joining us. And of course, best of luck for the Egyptian national team. With this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.